Good Monday morning. Here's part 3 with Mark Bailey. Tell me about the philanthropic stuff that you've done in St. Augustine. All the things that your family started with your father, yourself. Tell us a little bit about that.
You told me you weren't going to do that.
Well, you know,
I thought we were talking about my memories of growing up.
This is a memory too. This is a memory too. This is who you are, Mark.
Well, it's hard for me to share all of Dad's accomplishments and Mom's. She was right there behind. We had 5 kids in the family. He was a mayor in 1965 for the 400th celebration. But what I recall about Dad growing up, and then when I, went to school, I went up to Nashville for college and came back, was that he was, probably on 10 different boards at any one time. And he gave of his time, talent, and treasure. He was very generous to the community. But I think what a lot of people don't realize when you look at folks like yourself is that all the time that you take working on the projects that you've worked on, it takes a lot of time away from your family.
It does.
And I want to tell you thank you for everything that you've done. And I know your dad is very proud of you. Yeah, I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
And I know your mom's very proud of you.
Thank you.
Very, very much so. So he was, a founding trustee of the college, trustee of the Leitner board, board member of, countless organizations. So when I came to town, I graduated from Vanderbilt, came to town and back into town in 1983 and followed his footsteps in the insurance business. And one of the first organizations I joined was Rotary.
Yep.
And I was telling somebody the story the other night because I became president fairly young and followed, pretty sure, Tracy Upchurch. And I asked Joe Bolus to be my sergeant at arms. I remember we were at the old Ponce de Leon Hotel and looking out there at all the dignitaries like Hamilton Upchurch and Gus Craig. And it was,
pretty powerful.
It was, and I remember my heart racing for that first meeting. I was 20-something years old, but it just led to it. I love doing what I can to help the community and being part of the community. And that, the time is probably the thing that now I think I still am on 8 or 9 boards, so I'm trying to figure out how to pare it back a little bit because it does take a lot of time. But there are so many wonderful people here that care about this community so much, that give so much of themselves, and that's why it's such a special place. It really is. And we have a lot of new needs. We have a lot of new organizations. I've been spending a lot of time with, Greg White and Dwala and Robert and crew. I was out in a meeting with them last week, and the Health and Wellness Center
it looks beautiful.
About more than halfway through.
It looks beautiful.
I'm super excited, and I know we're going to have you there for the ribbon cutting.
I'll be happy to be there.
I promise not to. I told Greg he wanted me to be MC again. I said, oh no. I think I told.
Can we do it in the fall where it's a little bit cooler?
I about died that day. But it will be a great resource for that community, and your help with the Black History Museum was unbelievable. We know where we are in that regard. I think prior to working on the clinic, I will tell you the one thing that touched our heart so much is a hospice center.
That's a big deal.
And Susan Ponder Stansel grabbed me at a PTO meeting at CPS, probably, gosh, that's been 15 years ago, and said, I have an idea for a need that we have here. And she asked me to be the capital campaign chair at the PTO meeting. What was I going to say?
Right, you have to say yes.
I said, Susan, I'll do whatever I can to help you. And we ended up raising $5 million in a very tough time because we had the recession, during that time, and it was difficult, but we were able to do it. And I remember Dad saying to me, because he would walk through Publix and his portrait is in there, and he'd have people stop him and thank him for it. People that he didn't even know. And I will tell you that it happened to me the other day, and I told that person, I said that the facility's beautiful, but what's beautiful are the staff.
Yeah.
They're amazing. They're angels on earth.
They are.
And after now 12 years and thousands of patients, I've never had one complaint.
That's right.
During the most stressful time in someone's life. So that was very, very, I think, something that was very important to us. I'm so glad that we were blessed to be involved in it and blessed to be able to contribute to it. Flagler College has been a lot of fun, been spending a lot of time. I think I'm coming up on close to my 15th year on that board, and they're doing well, and John Delaney is amazing.
He's a great president.
Great president. We have a wonderful board, and Chuck Tillin will follow John Rood's footsteps and be the next chairman. So I told Chuck, I said, I'm going to stay on until your chairmanship is over, and then,
right off.
I shouldn't put that rumor out there, excuse me. I'm going to stay on forever, like Dad did. But it's a place that I love so much. I have to tell you one other story.
Yeah.
Where Island South is right now, there was just a field there, but there was a little convenience store where Rita's is.
Right, yep.
And so I had a little path through there. We'd collect our little Coke bottles, and this was well before your time, so we would get 5 cents for every Coke bottle.
Okay.
So I'd collect 4 or 5 of them, walk through the path in there, go get a bunch of candy and come home. But we also, it was full of blackberries in the summertime.
Oh, wow.
So we'd pick blackberries in there, and Mom would make pies.
Man.
But and 4th of July was such a big deal for Mom and Dad. They had, with all their close friends, this wonderful breakfast out there every morning. We had the big surf contest out there every 4th of July, which was so much fun. We have pictures of us still, you know, back in the day on the pier, with little Groms of white hair, probably weighed about 50 pounds,
Right.
all little
Right,
trophies. And we had one of the great attractions of that was the grease monkey pole.
Okay.
It was basically a telephone pole with Crisco on it.
Right.
And early on, they'd put a 10 up there, and then it went up to a 20. I don't know if it ever got to a 50, but
you had to get the money on the top.
You had to climb up to the top and get the bill off of it.
That's awesome.
It was great.
What great memory.
Yeah, I wish I could come back and do it again. But you have those times in your life where you really remember things, and this was special. And it gave me, as far as the surfing, I was with Brooks yesterday, who turned 37.
Right.
Came out here at 7 o'clock yesterday morning and surfed with him, and had a chance to go put my arm around him. A couple of my kids surf, and Brooks is the one who's most into it, and we traveled a lot together, but I put my arms around him. I said, probably about 30, 31 years ago, we were out here doing the same thing.
That's awesome.
And how blessed I am to be able to continue to do that. And
still making memories in St. Augustine Beach.
Yeah.
Mark.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Thank you for everything that you do.
I appreciate you.
And Max Royal, thank you for everything. I met Max in 1989 over at the convenience store. I think I was in there in my baggies dripping wet, and then I watched him every day walk around town, pick up trash.
He still does it.
I know he still does it, and the fact that he will celebrate his 35th
35 years, isn't that crazy?
Is great. He deserves it.
He
And
does.
our community is also, we should be so thankful
I agree.
to have him. I'm so glad that the commissioners have allowed him to continue in that role, because as I said at a meeting one time, his passion and heart for this community is unsurpassed.
It is. I agree.
And he has our best interests at heart.
Well, I appreciate it. And again, next time we'll see you on another edition of Monday with the Mayor.